What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Twan P, aka the one and only. You know what it is, people. Welcome to another episode of Sip, Smoke, and Sales. A platform where we bring young entrepreneurs, millionaire-minded men and women on a platform to let them know and get exposure about how they became, how they grew through, and how they overcame it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, on today's show, people, I got somebody that is a monster in these streets, I want y'all to give a warm welcome to Sip, Smoke, and Sales, Frank, young millionaire, Obua. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to Sip, Smoke, and Sales. How you doing, brother?
I'm well,
hey,
man.
Blessings, man, blessings. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, all you that know the slogan, relax like baby hair. Pour you up something to sip. We definitely got that. Brought to you by Grand Cormino, Get you something to smoke. You know we doing that, And guess what? Let's get into talking this sales shit, You ready? That's what I'm talking about, Hip hop, hooray! Oh, hey! Don't worry about it. Yeah. Don't blame me for the enthusiasm. All right, now, Mr. Frank, young millionaire Obua, man. Now, again, welcome to Sip, Smoke, and Sales, right? Now, before we get into diving in like Trey songs about how you came up, where you came from, how it made you, we're gonna go ahead and take a good old toast. Some of this Grand Cormino. Blessings. And like the last phrase states, let's get into talking this sales shit. Tell these people who Frank, young millionaire Obua is.
I would just say describe myself. I would just say I'm an opportunist. You know, people look at that in like a bad way, but I always look at it as something in a good way. I find opportunity wherever I can and try to take advantage of it. Since I can remember.
Like what age would you say?
Let me say like 9, 10 years old.
Damn. That's pretty young. That's pretty young.
I hated doing chores. So I used to pay my siblings to do,
That's smart.
to do dishes for me so I can find ways to do other stuff to kind of like make, money some other how.
Okay. All right. Because my brothers and them, and my brothers and them used to pay me, in the Midwest, we call it pressing. We don't call it ironing. You know what I'm saying? So we call it pressing. They used to pay me $5 to press their clothes in the morning with a crease. You know what I'm saying? They'd be fresh as hell going to school. So I definitely understand that. But at 10 years old, you're already knowledgeable about how to make other people do the things that you want, so that you have free time to do other things that you really want to do, right? Sure. Ain't no wrong with that, brother. Now, most men and women, they're probably gonna hear an accent. Tell these people exactly where you're from originally, my man.
I'm from Imo State, man, the best state in
Nigeria. Shout out! Talk that shit,
man. Nigeria, man. You already know what it is, man.
Don't make me start. Don't make me start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Get the oogie boogie in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So when did you come into the States?
I came. We came in '95. I was seven years old.
Okay, Bone Thugs was hot. Bone Thugs was hot in the street.
Yeah, like Biggie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. More money, more problems.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So give the people a visual of the things you went through and the things when you came into the States that you went through before you even, when you got introduced for sales. Give them, okay, in Nigeria, you may have been in sales, right? But tell them what environment you grew up in, what you was going through, what your eyes were seeing, what you had to digest and be able to filter out so that you could still thrive, right? And then I want you to take them on that same journey when you came to the USA.
Well, Nigeria is a whole different animal, man.
Talk that shit, because a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? They overprivileged.
Yeah, Nigeria's a whole different animal. You have to survive, hustle to eat, daily. It's a real jungle. So, when we came here, even though I was young, I kind of saw the differences that, you have to kind of learn the system, how this country works before you can even do anything at all. It's a completely different environment.
It is.
From the way it's governed to how money is made, to everything, school systems, it's completely different. So we have to learn that first and then make a move.
All right. And what would you say was one of your biggest trials as a youngin'? that you've seen that you wanted to get away from, right? That when you came here, it was something that you capitalized on, because you say that you use opportunity in a positive way, right? Some people don't. Some people just line the cut and like, because I'm good at this, when I see it pop up, maybe I'll be able to wiggle my way in, do a little bit of work, and people won't notice me, but I'll still get paid. You're saying, I see opportunity because of what I came from, and I take that shit by the horns, wrestle it to the ground, and be like, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's one of the things that captured your mind? You know, like that made you feel like that? That made when you came over here, you capitalized on it. Like, give one thing to the people.
One thing I would just say, there's so many avenues of making money here, and if you want to do something, like so many things are in place here that you can actually make it happen. Whereas opposed to other places, it's no matter how much talent, no matter how much whatever you have, it's just not gonna happen. If only God can God can save you.
Mm-hmm.
So here people are really blessed. So that's why a lot of foreigners thrive, even if it's Asians, Indians, Africans. Foreigners thrive because people come here, and then you've seen two sides of the world. This guy once told me that like you have an advantage over a lot of people, foreigners, because you've seen two sides of the world. So you have something to always like compare, and you came here for a reason. So that keeps you motivated.
Oh, I would definitely appreciate that.
Sure.
That's definitely some jewels that people should internally like digest and then regurgitate. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of not the in the same sense, but not the same sense of someone that's been down and then gets it. They know the difference between not having and having. You know what I'm saying? The real. So like that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. So let me ask you, what made the young millionaire want to do sales? What was the thing that drove you? Because you could have did anything. I know men and women from Nigeria that live here in the States, and I've met over my years of like selling state to state, door to door. They do many facets of things, whether it be selling cars, whatever, right? But what made you want to get in sales?
I was in middle school, and I always wanted to work. And I found out, you had to be a certain age, to legally work in this country. So, and I was reading, so I said, all right, I'm gonna wait. And then I was reading stuff about it's like Forbes magazine. I seen like, oh, well, people make this
kind of money here.
This kind of money, like
this ain't monopoly.
Billionaires. I'm like,
this is real shit.
I'm like, okay, so how do these people? How do they do this? I always wanted more, but I realized people made billions of dollars. So I'm like, how do they do it? It's not exchanging time for money, like they kind of teach you in school. So you have to be selling something, some way.
Can you repeat that? You say you got to be what?
You have to be selling something.
Got to be more careful. Well, I tell you what. Look, you said
that
it.
transaction has to happen. Yeah, and you cannot exchange time for money. It's not. You don't have that much time in your life. Yeah.
And just elaborate on that, because some people strongly believe in that. Changing time for money. Why do you feel that you really can't do that?
I mean, because the stuff that I was reading to achieve that level of financial success, there's only 24 hours in a day. There's no amount you can be paid to make that kind of money. You have to have things in place while in order to reach that kind of level of success.
Yeah.
There's only 24 hours in a day.
It's true. And the greats learn the higher echelon of that, which is multiplying. You know what I'm saying? Your time.
Sure.
And the people that you have in your time. And then time's about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it just makes common sense, right? Because you, again, like you said, you're only one person. And a great man always told me, do I want 1%? Do I want 100% of my efforts, or do I want 1% of 100 people's efforts? And I would take 100% of 100% of the 1% of 100 people's efforts every day. Because when I get tired, when I get sick, maybe I have to go run out of town to do something, a gig or something like that, I will always have that fallback of passive income of those people doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? So that's a beautiful thing, G. What industry are you in now, and what role do you play in that industry, my G?
So I do automotive sales. I've been in automotive.
You may have to talk up because I don't think these motherfuckers can hear you. Talk that shit, Frank. What you do?
Auto sales.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I export as well, but I've been in automotive sales for quite some time now.
Like quite some time. Like how long would you say? Put some stank on it, like Argentina.
8, 9 years.
Damn. All right.
But I've been selling cars since I was like 16. I bought my first car. I was like 17. Sorry, and I sold it. And then I bought another car to sell it. I bought the car from my manager at work when I worked at McDonald's when I was a teenager.
You bought it from him.
Yeah.
Flipped it.
So I was saying, yeah. So
Then
I
you
was
bought
saying,
another car.
Yeah.
Flipped that one. And you was like, oh, I'm on to something.
Yeah. Then I bought the car that I actually wanted. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, in your business, what role do you play in it?
I do everything, bro. I buy, export if needed. Sell, marketing. You have contractors who do certain things like fix the vehicles, the transporters, and those things of that nature. But I'm pretty much hands-on in a lot of aspects of it.
Like a massage therapist.
for
People,
sure,
he say he hands-on. He say he do everything.
Yeah,
Like don't get it twisted.
I don't mind working, man, at all.
All right. So what two characteristics in sales that you would give that you don't receive or that you don't get from a 9 to 5? Because you worked a 9 to 5 before, right?
For sure.
All right. So what things that you found when you been doing these sales for these 9 years, right? That you couldn't got when you was doing a 9 to 5.
Man, number one thing is, first of all, your hustle, determines your salary.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter how.
And we singing like Aretha. Did you say that again? Your what?
Your hustle determines your salary.
God damn it. Huh?
Yeah, no matter how hard you work, it's those 8 hours of that job. I don't care how hard you work, you're gonna get paid for those 8 hours.
The same amount.
Yeah. So if you work hard for 8 hours doing, selling the product or doing whatever, like the highest paid people in the world sell something one way or the other. That's, athletes, they sell themselves, they sell brand things that are sold. That's how,
Comedians.
Yeah,
This is Kevin Hart's drink. You know what I'm saying? So like he's selling something. He ain't just selling comedy, people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's other avenues. You know what I'm saying? Like that people can dive in. Man, look. In the second one, in the second characteristic.
The second characteristic is, you just have freedom. You have freedom. You have freedom to, to create, to think of more ideas, to, to do whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
When you work a 9 to 5, you're restricted.
Yeah, you are. You're restricted financially. You're restricted mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that at 9 to 5s, I'm pretty sure something that I'm working on is trying to get the School of Hard Knocks. You heard it right. Implemented into school systems and colleges. The actual tutelage given back to the kids to let them know that it's not just about the financial makeup. It's about the foundation that you're adding to it. How to become, how to overcome, and how to, sustain. Like, that's the things of School of Hard Knocks. So I'm trying to really work on that, right? So, like, with that, that's one of the things that I'm glad you said. You just pour into the people. And we just have to keep kicking that same shit on Sip, Smoke, and Sales. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it does beautiful two characteristics. All salespeople, I ask this question, pull from somewhere, right? Some quote, some scripture, some kind of wordage that was passed down to you that you use. What is that you can share with the people?
Some type of scripture, some type of...
Yeah, just any words, right? Like hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Those, I just always learn to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. In order to, to do sales, you have to, believe in what you're saying and believe in what it is that you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make the sale. You believe in yourself. You believe before you even, start speaking.
Yeah.
So always, just believe in yourself.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you. I would totally agree with you. That's one of my biggest traits. I wake up in the morning. It don't matter what's really going on. I had breath in my lungs. God let me do that, right? Blessed and highly flavored. That's my catchphrase, right? But not only that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I know that I love myself. I love myself enough that I'm gonna treat each day as a brand new day given to me. And I have to take a hold of it. So like when I greet the day like that, it just makes it really easy. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you may catch me if I'm talking to people. Like they didn't tell you I was coming. No wonder I didn't see the red carpet. Like I really believe that. I believe I'm the sexiest thing walking this earth. I don't give a fuck if people believe that, bro. Because I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe it. The glow like Bruce Leroy just exudes off me. People like people see me coming from a mile away. Like this motherfucker is something else. Yeah, you're right. I'm an anomaly. Like seeing a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that you don't see every day, but it's because of the confidence in the belief system. What would you say would be advice that you'll give to somebody coming up in the business or somebody that you're trying to get some tutelage to of a characteristic that they should master when it comes to sales?
You have to be consistent, man. Yeah, you have to be consistent.
And why? Because if I'm that person, I'm gonna say why.
Why?
Why are you telling me to be consistent?
I mean, people don't see, but a whole bunch of small things make up a big picture. Consistency is what's gonna take you, to where you want to go. Like it may sound lame, but it's very, very true.
It is.
Like a whole bunch of small consistency daily, bro.
All right. Yep. I love that.
Consistency.
I love that, man. I love that. And if you ain't picking this shit up, like a trash man, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that means you must be deaf or something. God joking me up. I'm talking too much shit and giving too many one-liners. God joking me up, man. All right. How does young millionaire overcome adversity?
How do I overcome adversity?
And I mean, it could have been from what you gather from a young person to a mid-aged person to a grown man now, and what you use as a foundation to keep going.
You just gotta focus on, what it is that motivates you, what it is that keeps you going. Everyone has time in their life when they're down or things aren't looking up. So you just take a step back, focus on what it is that, why you're doing this. To get back on track, no matter what it is. You're gonna have ups and downs. For sure. For sure. You're gonna have ups and downs.
You bet your bottom dollar. I'll tell you that right now.
Man, you're gonna lose money, man. You're not gonna know what to do, but you just gotta once again always believe in yourself and just step back for a minute and just always think about why you're doing it. Let it get you always back on track, man. It's worked for me.
All right. Juice of that. So, with that knowledge, because you said it worked for you, right? How has that affected you as the person that you've become today?
Yeah, it's made me a better person overall. You apply that strategy in business, you can apply it to other aspects of your life. You know what I'm saying? And other, relationships that you have that are non-business. So that's a truth that you can carry with you throughout, every aspect of your life.
It's true. Yeah. That's one thing I love about sales. When I found out it's not something I can just use now, but I can use in every facet of my life. If you're being knowledgeable, if you're really using this, what you're gathering, right? So but when I found that out, it was like really easy. The hard thing was overcoming myself, because that's who I compete with. I compete with me. I can't really compete with a lot of people because not a lot of people have the sauce like I got. A lot of people have different gifts that I have, but they have that one gift. Like I have a lot of sauce, so it's like I compete with myself because I'm being like, I'm just being honest. And again, it's not bragging if you're doing it. Lil Wayne said it best, people, huh? I'm not conceited, I'm convinced. If you have a furry tale and two fucking people tell you, you may want to look in the mirror and see if you Roger the Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But let me ask you this. There's a saying, I always ask my guests this, that is never what you're doing in front of people when people are watching you, right? It's always the shit you do in the dark, the shit that you do consistently when nobody's looking. What's that one thing that you can share with people?
consistently. Preparation.
So, and I want you to elaborate, but how would you prepare? Like if you're talking, because you're talking to the people that tune in to SIP&SMOKE and sales, so how would you prepare? This is all salespeople on every genre.
I always prepare mentally. Prepare for the day. And what I tell people is always know, you know what it is that you're selling, no matter what it is. My main thing is you know your product. You know whatever it is that you're selling, and you believe in yourself. Whatever it is that you're selling is going to work. It's just going to work. So I tell people always be prepared. Know know your product or whatever it is you're selling.
Yeah.
I see y'all prepared here. Y'all on set. Y'all got everything.
You damn right. You got damn right. I learned the 6 P's. The 6 P's a long time ago. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. If you properly prepare, you can't lose.
Sure.
All I'm saying, there's a lot of people that think. I ain't thinking. I'm knowledgeable. That's why shit be prepared. You know what I'm saying? That's like opportunity. Opportunity is prepared already for you. You just have to go seek it. I don't look at sales numbers for any genre, no matter if I'm doing door-to-door, market sales, whatever, car sales. I'm not looking at the number. The number gets people confused in their head. Their minds start going haywire. They're thinking about too much shit. Guess what I'm looking at? The end result. I know what's out there for me. I know I'm about to sell 20 cars in this bitch today. And I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? I know this. Since I know it is out there for me, why don't I just walk in? If I ain't walking in and I'm placating or even half-stepping, like that old school song, your ass is gonna be left behind. I ain't gonna be one of them people watching what the fuck's going on. I'm one of those people that make it fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, and again, that's why I bring young entrepreneurs like yourself, King, young millionaire, you know what I'm saying, on the show, talk that shit about what they went through, how they grew through it, and how they're using it to maintain. You know what I'm saying? So the next question I have for you, what do you think is the most effective sales technique that you learned in your years of being in sales, whether it been from sales doing other stuff, sales doing cars? What's one of your most effective techniques that you took from all the sales techniques?
I think I spoke to you about it one day, and you actually gave me the actual technical name for it. It's like because I never learned it, through like a book. I just learned it, from this lady that I used to work with when I worked in finance. You basically force them to, you force the close at the end pretty much without even allowing them to even give you a response.
A double-edged sword.
Exactly.
Exactly what you're talking
about. We were talking about it the other day, so pretty much that's the go-to move right there.
Yeah. And elaborate on that. What is that double-edged sword close? You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much, when I was in finance, I'll wrap everything up. After I pretty much give you a whole glimpse of your budget, of your income, of whatever it is that you came here for the meeting, you pretty much I pretty much break it down to the point where it's on. I say I have all your accounts here.
Okay.
So pretty much, how do you want to pay? You want to pay Visa, check, whatever. Well, sign right here. It works every time.
It works every time, huh? Yeah, me looking down.
You can't tell me I don't have the money. I have all your account documents. I'm your financial. So how do you want to pay?
I can dig. Look, I can dig that like a shovel in a grave. You know what I'm saying? Like don't blame me, man. And just to share a technique. If you don't know, now you know. I do the same thing when it comes to this fabulous product right here, Advantage 20X. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. I'm everywhere like air. Coming to a neighborhood near you. Just look out for me. I might get a little darker. I'm working on my suntan. Yeah, but I always tell people just like this. Well, because you've seen the show. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm a whole character at the door, right? I humanize with people, all that stuff, and I will tell you. So let me ask you a question, because Mr. David, you know him. He actually owns the tractor company, right? He told me, if it's something as small as somebody doing something half as successful as he is, he's all for that. But is it for you gonna be the jokes that I said today and my personality, is because the cleaner's so good? Which one are you gonna do? Shit, man, look, you got the same job as me? Because you working with me. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fill out your receipt for you. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, this is a double-edged close. You know what I'm saying? I humanized with you already, all right? Now I'm committing you. Which one are you going to love me for? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know Jennifer Hudson, you going to love me. Hey, look, you know I can go all day, people. Like, I'm going to stop. All right, so let me ask you, you know what time it is, people. Huh? Crazy sales story time. Oh yeah, huh? Now, the craziest thing that ever happened to you, whether you were going door-to-door sales, you were selling cars, you was on your way to work, in sales. I'm gonna give you a minute to ponder on it. Come on, we're gonna take a toast real quick. Yo, I want you to light up that cigar right there, and I want you to tell me the story. Gran Cremino, so smooth, it'll make you groove. Hey, don't blame me. Holla at me, Kevin Hart. I need that. Craziest sales story. It's these moments in time that I love.
I wouldn't say it's more so crazy. I was just very wild about it because I was very young. So in college,
Can you tell us the age?
I was 19, 20.
All right. Puts us in a good mindset. All right.
Yeah. So I used to give loans to other students. I used to give like short-term loans to other students before they would get their refund check. You know, they would sign like a promissory note. So you know, for people that's like 17, 18 years old, if you lend them $500 and they give you back $800, $900, it's not a big deal to them. But that's almost 100%.
Yeah.
That's
So
in like literally.
not to interject, but you was out here giving out hood IOUs.
I want to say, I guess it should. I mean, HBC.
You was HBOing niggas and helping brothers out. That was that's man, you the truth, bro.
You know, students need money like before the refund checks come.
I ain't never heard no shit like this. Go ahead.
Yeah, students need money before the refund checks come, so you don't really think as someone that's 17, 18 years old, you're a freshman, you don't really look at percentages. If you give me $500, okay, give me $900 in like a week or two when a refund check comes. That's a big percentage.
That is.
Yeah, and so I had like different students, and so pretty much everyone paid, and one paid half, but didn't pay. So it was a whole bunch of like legal stuff going. had to go through this and this. So I was like, yeah, I think it was like 20 years old. So it was like I was like, all right, this is kind of crazy. So that's. Other than that, almost every sales transaction I had has been smooth, man.
Okay, all right.
I don't BS. I don't BS. I'm straightforward with whatever I'm selling. I'm knowledgeable about it, and I'm confident. So it usually goes well for me.
So you were more or less, from what I gather, you know, like I'm picking up leads, right? From what I gather, you were more like a financial pimp.
No, I would say I was helping students out that were in a bind.
Okay. And you know, I don't know if you ever seen
I was a freshman as well.
You ever seen the other guys? With Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg?
Yes.
Gator don't play that shit. Gator ain't never been about that shit. That's exactly what I was about to get. Hey,
and
listen.
Frank the Tank.
Come on, man. Come on. Listen to me. At 19, 20 years old, with a mindset and strategy like that, listen. No wonder you're related to T-Pain and them. All you do is win, no matter what, right? Like, I understand, brother. That's a beautiful story, man. Like, I get, suddenly surprised by people, what they say. But that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That's good like Campbell soup. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, so if in your mind right now, I want you to picture that we're creating a player. The ultimate salesperson for you, right? What the 3 characteristics would you give this salesperson? And why?
Characteristics.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't care if you put them in the car industry, if you just have them out there being the marketing, logo, like.
Okay. One, knowledgeable about the product, because like I said, most of my sales in vehicles. You have to know what you're selling. Even when I was on finance, you have to know whatever financial instrument you're selling.
Can I ask you, what is so important about being knowledgeable?
Because if you're selling something and someone interjects with questions, you have all the answers. But I'm
Touche.
looking for so yes, but
Touche,
it
my
does
friend.
it does this. Yes,
Mhm.
you know, you have all the answers if you know what whatever it is.
So you're
that
the
saying.
expert.
Yeah.
There you go, my man. Second characteristic.
And so then, like I said prior, if you have all the answers, you know what you're selling, you believe in whatever it is that's coming out of your mouth. Just believe in yourself.
All
Believe
right.
in what you're saying.
So, believing. All right. So that's number 2, and number 3.
Number 3, prepare. Preparation.
Okay. All right. And why is preparation necessary? Because a lot of, again, I know the men and women out there that tune in to Sip Smoke Sales, I get subscribers every day because I'm out in these streets beating my feet against the concrete, baby, and I just like to rob for some reason. You feel me? But when people tune in and they see your story, right, like so many others, they gonna be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I'm in car sales, and this guy just gave me some inspiration, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, why is preparation such a valuable thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it so valuable? Like, how would you put that in words if you're relating it to somebody else?
Because if you're not prepared, you can't take advantage of any opportunity that comes your way.
Can't take advantage.
Like, you can't even create an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of opportunities are not there, but if you want something bad enough and you're prepared, you create an opportunity.
Okay.
That's how I got into car sales. It wasn't there, but I created the opportunity. I kept my homeboy his sister's husband, sold cars, and I actually left I resigned my job, my finance job. I just resigned. I saved up money, saved up, and resigned. I didn't tell anybody. I went to Antigua. I just went to Antigua. I didn't tell anybody. I just went to the island of Antigua.
And what'd you do there?
I went to visit my homeboy. He was going to college down there. I went there to kind of reload to see what I was gonna do when I came back. That's when I left the finance field.
Okay.
So she gave me. He said, yeah, he sells cars. Frankie always he car this and this. Give him a car. So I was giving him a car. Gave him a car. Didn't answer. I kept blowing up his phone until one day he said, okay, come, to the office. And then from there, I just, learned the car business, through him and branched off and, doing my own things.
Used to that. Persistence, man. Like, persistence is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people, and even my own story, where I just bother people so much to where they finally just fucking caved in and did what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like how bad did you want it? You know what I'm saying? And people see that shit like, God, this motherfucker ain't gonna never give up. Let me just go ahead. It must be something, because people don't be persistent for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And I took an L, man. I took a loss.
How you take a loss?
From working there. Like, I was working in finance, bro. I was a portfolio manager. I was managing like a $20 million portfolio for more than like 50 clients. So I was getting paid, decently. So I had to then basically, when I came in, the guy said, I can't afford you, because he knew what I did prior.
Mm-hmm.
But I just said, I wanted to, learn, I just wanted to learn the industry, because I wanted to do my own thing. So I took a significant pay cut in order to learn, the stuff throughout the time, and then before I branched and do my own thing. That's how I do almost every, thing that I do, from the transport, to the healthcare. I learn whatever it is first, and then boom.
Smart strategy.
Yeah.
Smart strategy.
I don't like to fall on my
Chess,
face.
not checkers. You know what I'm saying? It's chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, second to last question. What advice would you give to someone that's in a slump of sales? Like they're doing a lot, thinking they're doing a lot, then saying anything's happening. It's not really working out in their favor. They're showing up, it's just not happening, right? What's the thing you will give them, with the advice that you'll give them?
If things aren't going your way,
Mm-hmm. It's happens to the best of us, right?
man, I tell realistically, what I tell people is just I'll tell you gotta suck it up, man. That's just life. But to put it like in a nicer way, just pick yourself up. Just like I said, just go back to thinking why it is you're doing it. It's gonna motivate you again. It's gonna motivate you again. The purpose, why you're doing whatever it is you're doing, is going to motivate you.
What you said?
Right.
You said. And again, I'm very, very passionate about telling people like, just on your way to work, people you see, you know what I'm saying? The people like in Baltimore, like the way I travel to work, I be seeing people in tents, people asking for money all the time, whatever, right? And some of these people actually be down on their luck, you know what I'm saying? But it's like if they had opportunity, it would create a better situation for them, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons I have the podcast, the reason I be out in the streets. Don't matter what hood it is, you'll catch me, you know what I'm saying? Telling you, like, playing cops and robbers. I'll be in every hood, amazing and glazing, you know what I'm saying? Working on my suntan. All right, so last question I want to ask you, my G, young millionaire. What advice would you give, again, to someone who's now taking it, that same person that's taking it now to the next level? They doing everything that you said. They being consistent. They have the belief system, right? They're consistent. They're doing everything you said, right? What advice are you gonna tell them before they branch off and do their own thing? They're ready to take it to the next level, and you have to bless them.
If just keep going. When I left and did my own thing from the car stuff, I was like, okay, now it's time to take that leap. Just keep going. Keep going. Whatever level that you reach is always another level beyond it. So just keep going. That's simply what I would say, bro.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
You said. Yeah, I like that. Yes, sir. So, side note, and this is gonna be, of course, the last question of the show. You know what I'm saying? Side note.
What's that?
Your greatest quality being young millionaire, when you step in the area, right, and you got the glow like Bruce Leroy, what's the one thing people gonna pick up about you?
What it is, I'm just me. I don't do too much. I'm not really that loud. I'm just me. And then I think a lot of people know that and they see that. So, that's just what it is.
Look,
Yeah, man.
and you heard it from Young Millionaire's mouth, people. You know what it is, people. That's been another episode, my man. Sip, smoke, and sales, huh? I want everybody, again, to give a big thanks to my man, Frank, Young Millionaire Obua. When young kings come on the show and they drop this knowledge, young queens, I want y'all to soak that up like a sponge, I'ma see y'all around like a hula hoop, and catch me, like you forgot to catch up, I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you for stopping through. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.